Hey Internet, this is my rap name is Alex, coming to you from the White Set, which, as you probably already figured out, is just a bunch of snow. I thought, hey, this is going to be a great idea. I'm not going to have to build anything for a set. Just wait till it snows, and I'll save a whole bunch of time. Wrong. Yeah, that is not how it goes. I found out this series that iPads and snow is not the best idea ever, and trying to play music in the snow, with no gloves. You can't have gloves because you can't touch the iPad screens and have them work. Yeah, maybe I could have thought that out a little bit better. But anyway, I did get 5 videos for this series. And this series was mostly about trying to go back and redo some of my videos that I had done in the past that I wasn't happy with for one reason or another. First video I did on the White Set was I redid Class War. Pretty much, if I'm going to be redoing videos, you don't really have to twist my arm to get me to do Class War again. There wasn't a ton wrong with the first Class War. It's just ironically, the thing I didn't like about it was that it was not all live. I had to cut in a bunch of B-roll and clip out some mistakes and stuff like that, which is what actually ended up happening in one of the videos in the White Set. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I redid Class War, and there was not enough snow that day. I had to actually shovel the whole neighborhood worth of snow into my yard in order to have enough snow to do that first video. But it turned out good. I liked it. I hope you liked it. Second video that I did on the White Set was that I redid my cover of Turn Off the Radio by Dead Prez. And yeah, it was just snowing so much that I couldn't really effectively do it right here, so I ended up having to go seek shelter on my front porch and set up everything and try to just move the camera around in such a way that you could still catch mostly just snow rather than all the other colors around. Worked out. Pretty happy with how that video turned out. Third video that I did on this snowy, wonderful scene here is a video for Born Beautiful, which, if anybody ever watched the first version of Born Beautiful, it was a nice idea. I just sort of recorded it, the vocals for it, a cappella out in the forest. And that's nice, but then when you come back and try to do music to something that you recorded a cappella, the beats don't line up well. I mean, live and learn. But yeah, the beats didn't really line up at all. And so I redid that, and it turned out good. Fourth video that I did for the White Set was just a lyrics video for Love, which, as people who've sort of dug into my pattern and decoded, means that I'm probably going to do a version of Love on the next set. Yeah, lyrics videos are kind of cool, kind of interesting. A lot of them have been filmed over the course of many, many years, and this one in particular, like, there's video footage from 5 years ago and video footage from last week. So yeah, it all blends together pretty well. I like it. And the fifth and final video, which was recorded out of sequence because well, because it was recorded multiple times. I tried to record a version of Commit. Commit is the first version of Commit is easily the very worst video on my whole channel. It's so bad. I can't even watch it. I tried to watch it and I just can't. The music is badish. I'll say bad. And the singing is terrible, as my singing often is. And like the audio mixing is like atrocious. So that video is terrible all around. I went to reshoot it here on the white set, and it was really snowing quite a bit. And so I really needed to set up, record the song, tear down, and just be done in one take. Couldn't really mess around much, but the problem was I had lots of problems with the screens not working, and so there were big mistakes in it. Yeah, things that I didn't like, but I did like the look of like the snow coming down. It was kind of nice, but I was like, I'm just gonna wait for a day where it's not snowing and re-record it. And so there was a day where it wasn't snowing, and I re-recorded it, and that version was okay-ish too, but I just didn't like it as much. Like when I went back and watched the version in the snow, like there's something about it that I liked. So even though I hate to do this, I ended up going back and just snipping out some parts. And usually almost all the songs that I make are continuous. I don't like chop out mistakes or anything like that. If I put live looping on it, then it was all live and all continuous. So this one says looping original because I went back and took that version where it was snowing and just spliced out some of the mistakes because I liked it. And I mean, it's not perfect or like, you know, amazingly wonderful by any means. It's still got my singing on it, but it's I don't know, it's something I like about it, and I hope you liked it too. And I hope you liked this video series, and I hope you will like the next video series. And if you have it in you to throw some funding my way, I have a Patreon site where the link is down below, and that helps me out. Or you can buy albums of mine, or buying albums of mine is just pay what you can with like a minimum $2 on each album. And I really appreciate everybody who's bought an album or supported me on Patreon, or even just watched the videos. That's perfectly enough. And peace and love to you. And I'm gonna get out of this before I find myself under an avalanche. And adios.